Okay. So, not a minute. Okay, good morning. So now we'll start our sixth module. So the first topic is quality control. അപ്പോൾ എന്താണ് quality? So what is the quality? Okay. Okay. Quality is defined as a fitness for purpose. അപ്പോൾ എന്താണ് what is a fitness for the purpose? So everything has a purpose, definite purpose. So whether it is satisfied or not, that gives you the quality. Okay, that means, for example, say in the case of തുടക്കം തന്നെ ആ രീതിയിലായിക്കോട്ടെ, വൈഷ്ണവ് CK ഹീസ് ഹാവിങ് ഹിസ് ബ്രേക്ക്ഫാസ്റ്റ് കഴിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ബ്രേക്ക്ഫാസ്റ്റിന് പാത്രം കൊണ്ടുവച്ചേക്കാണ്. അപ്പോൾ അവിടെ ഒരു ചാണകം കൊണ്ടുവച്ചു. അപ്പോൾ സെയിം തിങ്, ഇതേ കാര്യം തന്നെ ഇപ്പം ഒരു ആദർശ് കൃഷി നടത്തുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പം കൃഷി നടത്തുന്ന സ്ഥലത്തും കൊണ്ടുവച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. സോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ ഡിഫറൻസ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ദം? രണ്ടും സെയിം തന്നെയാണ്, പശു ഇട്ട ചാണകം തന്നെയാണ് അല്ലേ? പക്ഷേ ഇതിൻ്റെ പർപ്പസ് ഡിഫറൻ്റ് ആണ്. ഈ ഭക്ഷണം കഴിക്കുന്നിടത്ത് ഈ ചാണകം കൊണ്ട് വെച്ചിട്ട് കാര്യമുണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല. ദർ ദ വാല്യൂ ഈസ് ലോ ഓർ വെരി ലോ. ചാണകം നമുക്ക് ഒരാവശ്യമില്ല അല്ലേ? തിന്നാൻ ചാണകം ആരെങ്കിലും ഉപയോഗിക്കുക ഭക്ഷണത്തിക്ക്? അപ്പോൾ അതായത് അവിടെ അതിൻ്റെ ക്വാളിറ്റി കുറവാണ്, അല്ലെ ക്വാളിറ്റി ഇല്ല എന്ന് തന്നെ നമുക്ക് പറയാം. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ quality. It is defined as a fitness for the purpose. For the purpose, how much it is fit or how it is fit to the purpose, or the degree of conformance to the specification എന്നൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത് അതിനാണ്. അതായത് ക്വാളിറ്റി ഡിഫൈൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ പറയാറില്ലേ തെറ്റ് ശരി എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നത് ആപേക്ഷികമാണെന്ന്. അതിനൊരു സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ പറയല്ല, ഡിപ്പെൻഡിങ് ഓൺ ദ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ. Likewise, quality is also defined as a fitness for the purpose, whether it is fit for the required purpose of the application. That determines the quality of a product or a service. So a quality product will give customer satisfaction. Suppose if the product is having a good quality, or it serves for the purpose, or it is fit for the purpose, then it will ultimately give a particular satisfaction to the customer. Now a quality product will improve the company's profit. So regarding the profit itself, if the product is having a good quality, then what we see is it will improve the company's profit. How? Because it will function in a more efficient manner. So the company will run in a good profit mode. Next, quality is a device. Quality of a device is a degree of conformance to the applicable specification and workmanship standard. So we have already seen quality is a fitness for the purpose. How it is fit for the purpose, or we will keep a standard for every product. That is, this is the standard procedure, or this is a standard quality to be achieved, or the product should work with this degree of this particular degree. And if it is not conformed to that particular degree, then the quality will be low. So this is quality is the degree of conformance, how much it is conformed to the specification or the standards. Now It is not concerned with the element of time or environment, but depends on the conformance to the specification, production system, manufacturing procedure, anything else. So this is not depending on the time or environment, but mainly conforming to or depending to how much it is conformed to the specification, design specification, product system, or manufacturing procedures, anything. Then it is achieved through good quality control program. So this quality is achieved mainly through good quality control programs. There are various quality control programs and the officials related to these controlling procedures. So through these controlling programs, the quality is achieved. Now coming to what are the factors affecting quality. So we can see there are many factors which can affect the quality or affect how the quality can be varied according to certain factors. First is the market. Market means where it is sold, the material, whether the product or the service, where it is applicable. So in the market we have many type of customers. So each customer have different taste or interest. So the sale of the product mainly depends on the type of the customer, also their willingness to pay the money. So depending on the market, that means depending on the taste of the customer, then the quality also changes, or the standard of the quality or the definition of quality may change. So accordingly the quality may change. So suppose in the market, if the customer is willing to pay more, such type of markets we are seeing in some places, usually the customer have a tendency to pay more. In that particular area, we can sell those type of products which have luxury items, like luxury items we can sell there. But in certain areas where the people are not willing to pay much, in those areas we cannot sell the products which are costly. So in that case, the quality may change. So the quality will be affected by the market. Next, coming to men. So according to the knowledge and skills for making a good quality product. So depending on the skill or the knowledge level of the men, the quality of the product may vary. That is, a men means the who all are involved in producing the product. Next is the money. Money is everything, right? So in order to have a quality, if you have to have a quality, then there are many procedures involved in that. Their officials are there, everything is there, controlling factors. For everything, money is required. So if money is there, then quality will also increase. So that is another factor. Next is the management. So management of any company or the company usually have a quality policy. The company is having a quality policy, so they keep a standard for, or they set the standard for the quality programs and all. So management is the one who set it. So depending on the management, the quality will also change. Some management will set a particular type of policy. Some others may differ from that. So based on that, the ideas or whatever knowledge accepted, achieved by the management, or depending on the management, the quality also changes. Next, regarding the materials, that is the choice of material, how the material is being chosen. So if the materials chosen for the production is of substandard quality, then what we will see is the quality also reduces. Or suppose if the material is of good quality material is being chosen, then we will get a good quality product. Final good quality product will be achieved. Similarly, in the case of machines, if we are using proper quality machines, then we will be able to have or achieve a good quality product. Machines means machinery, which all machinery is used for the production. Like the materials, machines also have a effect on the quality. Finally, the methods. That is we have already seen the method study, time study and all. So according to that, we can plan the mechanisms or methods for each event, how to take place, or when to take place, or where to, or by whom to conduct the procedure. These type of methods. So through the methods, we can change the quality, or method is the other factor. So these are the main key factors which affect the quality. First one, market, that is the customer taste. Then the men who work on that, money, management, the materials, machines, and methods. So these are the factors which affect the quality. Now, quality control, like production control, process control, etc., etc. The quality is also to be controlled. We have already seen what is a quality. Quality is a fitness for the purpose, how much it is fit for the purpose. So in order to make it fit, we have to control the quality. So there are many procedures through which we can control the quality. So this is the process of setting standards, measuring actual performance, and taking corrective action. This is a 3-step procedure. That is first of all, we are setting the standard. First of all, we are setting a standard. That is this is the standard value for anything, like for accuracy. This is the particular value. For surface finish, this should be the surface finish. We are setting a standard. Then in the next stage, we will measure it, whether, or we monitor the process and measure the performance, actual performance. What is the value? And we will see whether it is according to the or conforming to the standard value. Then after that, later we will take the corrective actions in order to make it equalize or balance the values. That is the corrective actions will be taken. So this is the first one. Then the process that measures current performance and guides towards the predetermined objectives. Same thing. That is monitoring and performance. The current performance will be monitored, and through this proper quality control, what we do is we just guide it towards the objectives or the standard values. What is the predetermined objective, our aim, or the objective function? It will lead to the predetermined objectives. This involves ensuring the performance does not deviate from the standard. So this will the quality control will ensure that this performance, the performance of the system, will not deviate from the standard value. So this quality control, as a definition, you can define like this using these above set points. You can define like it is defined as by means by which actual quality performance is observed, then compared it with the standard performance, and then taking the action if the observed quality performance is different from the standard quality performance. So we are monitoring the quality performance with the standard performance, and if there is any deviation, then we will do the necessary action in order to make it equal. So what are the objectives of a quality control or aim of a quality control? So we will see what are the aims of a or objective of the quality control. First of all, to ensure the production on non-defective parts. That is, in order to produce more and more non-defective parts and reduce the scrap rate. So in order to reduce the scrap rate or loss or defective parts, through proper quality control, we will be able to improve the quality of the product. So the quality product will not be failing. So we will be able to reduce the non-defective, defective parts. Then to improve company's profit by making the product more acceptable. So when the quality of the product increases, what happens is people will have, or the customer, if say the customer is ordered 3000 product, and if sometimes 50% of the product fails, then the customer or the product will not be acceptable to the customer, even if they give the compensation or anything like that, but it will not satisfy the customer fully, so it will not be acceptable. So in case if the percentage reduces or the scrap rate reduces, or if 100% of the products being delivered to the customer is working good or reliable, then it will be more acceptable. So if it is more acceptable means, then the companies will get the order, sales order, purchase order, anything, everything will be given. So ultimately the profit will also increase, or it will improve the company's profit. Next, to reduce company's cost through reduction of losses due to defects. That is, if there is any defect or the failure occurs, then usually there will be many costs associated with the company with the loss, in order to have maintenance procedures or anything like that, or resale, everything. So the cost associated with those due to defects, that will be minimized, or in order to reduce that, we are adopting the quality control. So through proper quality control, we will be able to reduce this cost, company's cost due to defects. Then one more, that is to develop optimum quality at low price. So everything we need in our hand with low quality, low price. People always have a tendency for like that, because everyone is thinking of the profit. But when the price is reduced, what happens is quality also reduces. So the quality should not go beyond a certain limit or minimum limit. Or if we want to have a good quality, then the price also increases. But we don't want to increase the price. So we need everything to be to happen at low price. So we need a optimum quality, that is not too high or not too less. So in order to develop a such optimum quality which is at a low price, then there should be a good quality control. So these are the main objectives of a good quality control. So in order to ensure the production of non-defective parts, then to improve the profit. How? By making the products more acceptable to the customers. Then to reduce the company's cost through reducing the losses, which are things happens due to the defects of the final product. And finally, to develop optimum quality at low price. So these are the objectives. Now we will see what are the functions of a quality control. So the quality control, which are the functions. First one, any quality control expert will have these sort of functions. First one, formulation or modification of quality control policy. We have already seen that is the quality control. In the quality control, what we are doing is we are monitoring the activities and we are comparing it with the standard procedure, and if there is any difference we will try to rectify on that. So first of all, we need a standard policy. So this is the first function. In order to formulate that policy, or in case if there is any modification required, we have to modify the policy. So that is the first function, formulation or modification of the control policy. Next, setting up the inspection standard and setting inspection point. That is, in order to check the deviation or the current status of the quality, we need inspection, many type of inspection methods and all. So for that, we have to set a standard value, or the setting up the inspection standard. What is this is the particular standard value. Like that, we have to set up the inspection standard, and also setting up the inspection point, where at which point of time we have to inspect. Likewise, we have to set a inspection points, various inspection points. Next, selection of inspection gauges and instruments. So there are many instruments or gauges. Gauges means the instruments used for comparing with the standards. Many gauges are using. So which all instruments or gauges are to be used for the inspection methods based on the knowledge level or the skill level of the worker. So selecting which all instruments or gauges are to be used. Next, to decide whether to go for 100% inspection or sampling inspection. So you have two alternatives, whether you can inspect every product, that is 100% inspection. This is the case for small scale production or small production. Suppose you are producing 10 product at a time, then you can then you will be able to inspect for or go for 100% inspection. You can watch whether everything is functional or not. But in case of high volume production, suppose you are producing above 2 lakh products at a time, you may not be able to inspect everything. So you will take a sample from that, and using the various statistical analysis and probability, you will arrive to a value whether the quality is being achieved or not. So based on the level or based on the knowledge level, the inspector will be choosing whether you have to go for a 100% inspection or sampling inspection. Next, taking and inspecting the samples being manufactured. Next function is inspecting, whether it is 100% or sampling, whatever may be. Then inspecting the samples. So the samples taken are to be inspected. And finally, working on finding and eliminating the causes of quality control trouble. So while inspecting, after inspecting, we will find what are the causes of the quality control trouble. What are the trouble involved in quality control? How to eliminate that? These type of things can be done. So these are the main functions of a quality control. First of all, formulating the policy, which are policy is to be applied or set, that is to be formulated, or modification should be done to that policy. Then setting up the inspection standard and inspection points. So the standards, what are the standards, inspection standards, it is to be set up, and the determining which are the inspection points. Next is selection of inspection gauges and instruments. Which all inspection gauges or instruments are there, we have to select it. And then the choice between 100% inspection and sampling, what to choose. Then taking and inspecting the samples, and finally finding and eliminating the causes of the trouble, quality control trouble. Now, what are the steps involved in quality control program? Simple thing, that is what are the main steps involved in the program. First of all, formulate the quality or policy, that is already discussed here. That is first of all, formulating the policy and setting the standards. Next, select a selection plan and set the procedure for checking. So there will be many plan. From that, many alternatives will be there. So select a particular plan and set the procedure for checking. And next, detect the deviation from the set standard and take the corrective actions. So in order to have any deviation, if there is any deviation from the standard, take the corrective actions accordingly. So 1 minute, I will take the first hour attendance, then we'll move further.